Making decisions and planning for our health is extremely important, especially for the future. And here to talk about that is Dr. Dawn Lemmert. Welcome to the show. She is the Home Care Managing Medical Director for OSF Healthcare. How you doing today, Doc?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me this morning. I really appreciate that.
So first things first, National Healthcare Decisions Day is next week. What is that even?
National Healthcare Decisions Day was created in 2008 to raise awareness around the importance of discussing one's healthcare wishes in the event that you experience an illness or a trauma that makes you unable to really say what your wishes and desires are in terms of your health care. These discussions would take place with your family or your loved ones as well as your healthcare provider, and it's really known as advanced care planning.
So something like falling into a coma.
Correct. If you fall into a coma and you haven't identified what your healthcare wishes are and identified a person who will carry out those wishes, under those circumstances, someone has to make that decision. And 1 in 3 people cannot actually guess what their loved ones would want at any point in time with regards to their medical care.
And I guess that's why that makes this so important, right? That's what you call advanced care planning?
Correct. So you would sit down with your family, reflecting on your own individual beliefs, cultures, what you want at the end of your life as your own journey, sharing that with your trusted family and friends, identifying a person who can carry out your goals of care in the event that you cannot speak, sharing that with your healthcare provider and making it part of your medical record so that it's easily accessible when the time comes.
And why is it so important when it comes to not just you? If you're not able to speak, then you're kind of out of the equation. So why does it matter? It sounds like a lot of it has to do with your loved ones, right?
Yes, because there can be a great deal of short-term and long-term guilt on the person who has to make that decision because, again, it's a guess as to what that person would want their end-of-life journey to look like. And at OSF Healthcare, we have a strong belief that end-of-life care is very sacred, and we want to align our goals to what you want. And identifying a person who can make that decision for you is paramount.
All right, and real quick, where can people go to learn more?
If you are already an existing patient at OSF, you can access through MyChart, or you can reach out to an OSF Medical Group office and set up an appointment.
Thank you so much for coming on the show, Dr. Lemmert.
Thank
We'll
you.
be right back in a few minutes, so be sure to join us for our next half hour of 25 News This Morning.